Starters happy, green lights on and they're racing. Away well Northern Summer to the inside, going with it early is Cheval's Charlie, and further out is Elroy Jetson to make a line of 3. Warana Court's just in that group of horses together with Navajo Rocky. They were being followed deep on the track there by Atomic Blonde. It stuck out there 3 horses wide. Morton's in the middle, and then came further back Thomas Dillon, who was making ground up on the inside, and back near the tail is I Will Be Famous. In that order they work into the home straight now with 2 rounds left to go, and the leader is Cheval's Charlie. It was able to close down and find the lead and shows out by a length on Northern Summer, and then came Atomic Blonde, and Mortenson's been deep the duration, goes up now to Park Without Cover. 3 markers is Warana Court, and they were being followed further back then by Elroy Jetson, who lands 3 back on the running line, covering up Thomas Dillon. A length off in the field then 2 Navajo Rocky, and last of all is I Will Be Famous. The lead time was 41.4, so once Cheval's Charlie got to the lead, Ogden was able to pretty much back the tempo off, and Mortensen has had to go around them to Park Without Cover second. Northern Summer is third, and they were followed next in the 1-by-1 trail now by Atomic Blonde, having a good track into it from Warana Court. Next on the outside is Elroy Jetson, and the last trio are Thomas Dillon, Navajo Rocky, and I Will Be Famous. So in that order they work their way down the side of the track here, and still the leader with a narrow lead at the moment is Cheval's Charlie. The first quarter was 31.5. Going up on the outside to get a little closer to it now is Mortensen. They're being followed next on the inside, Northern Summer. Atomic Blonde is having a lovely run, 1 out and 1 back, and so too the horse on its back, Elroy Jetson. Warana Court, 3 markers, followed by Navajo Rocky, Thomas Dillon, and I Will Be Famous as last as they sweep out of the straight and head into the back section. 31.2 second quarter, 62.7 the half. It's Cheval's Charlie leading about a neck to Mortensen. The one they've put a bit on is coming out after this leader. Northern Summer's under lock and key third, and then came Atomic Blonde, Warana Court, and Elroy Jetson's poised to pounce the outer, and then came Navajo Rocky, Thomas Dillon, and I Will Be Famous as last. This leader has a fight on its hands. It's Cheval's Charlie trying to kick back at Mortensen, Northern Summer, and then came Atomic Blonde. Elroy Jetson starts a run, just seemed to want to hang on that turn. Warana Court was able to work one off the inside as they come towards the home turn, and Navajo Rocky right to the outside, 28.8 the third split. Here's Elroy Jetson going out after Mortensen. They've beaten off Cheval's Charlie. They were followed further out on the track by Navajo Rocky, but going for home, and Elroy Jetson has dashed away. It's all Elroy Jetson, a double coming up to Barnes and down to the wire. Elroy Jetson has bolted in to beat Navajo Rocky. Warana Court's run its usual honest race and has got the third check, and they were followed then by Mortensen, Thomas Dillon, I Will Be Famous, Atomic Blonde, Northern Summer, and Cheval's Charlie knocked right up to finish well adrift of them, and Elroy Jetson's been able to score. Elroy Jetson. Elroy Jetson wins it. Just looking at the races tonight, gee, you can be unlucky as a tipster. You do the form, you do your best. I think the 4 winners have been our second picks. So close, but yet so far. Our second tips have won every race. Just gone the wrong way when I flipped that coin. 4.879 are in the frame. 4.879, 242 for the gross. It was 6.5 by 2. 6.5 by 2. And the quarters there were 31.5, 31.2, 28.8 and 29.4. And the mile rating to the winner with a gross of 242.4 was 221. Elroy Jetson, Brendan Barnes, double to Brendan. He won an earlier race. In fact, he won the first with the American Dream, and he's won this race for Kevin Pizzuto, owned by A. Sacco and K. Pizzuto, a Bay Gelding 5, Jeremy's Jet Zenardal. Elroy Jetson wins race number 4, and in doing so, pushes trainer Kevin Pizzuto a little closer to the 100. That's his 94th win in New South Wales this current season. 6.5 by 2 on race number 4. Every race, our second tips one. So at least we would have found the early quaddie in our top 2 selections. Here's the winner back. Brendan Barnes, 4 races down, and Brendan lands a double. Kevin Pizzuto, his 94th win for the season, beats Navajo Rocky. Another honest run by Warana Court, filling 3rd and 4th to 9 after doing a bit of work in the early stages, has battled away. There goes All Clear, 4, 8, 7 and 9. It's All Clear right to pay in the 5th race. Pocket the Dream is going to be driven further back. Well, there's certainly a number of informed young drivers, Terry, at the moment, and Brendan Barnes certainly fits that bill.